Ladies and gentlemen, we have a problem. We have a problem. There's a problem in New York, and there's a problem in LA. Ladies and gentlemen, we have problems. There is no way around this. There is no way to sugarcoat this. Based on two things that have transpired in the last 24 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a problem. We have a problem. It's a big one. First is the problem in New York City. Ladies and gentlemen, I got something to tell y'all. Something very, very important to tell y'all. I watched the Brooklyn Nets last night.
All right, enough.
We got trouble in River City.
Previously on the Sports Tribe. Attention Walmart shoppers, attention Super Walmart shoppers.
Why?
Yeah, why is right. I'm with Brownie. Why indeed?
What?
What?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 219 of the Sports Drive. It is Thursday, May 23rd, 2019. Rest in peace, Owen Hart.
Yes.
Fortunately, a 20-year anniversary of his fortunate passing away in Kansas City. Over the Edge pay-per-view, I was 5 years old when
I was a junior in high school.
Yeah, man, it's one of the most saddest days in the history of just in life, not just wrestling, but in general. Just to go out that way, it wasn't even fully his fault or the company's fault. It's just an accident, and that stuff happens sometimes. It sucks, but our thoughts are with Owen Hart's family. Today on the show, we have a debate. I'm not sugarcoating it. I put it as the title of the show for a reason. We're actually having a political debate on the show. Now, I must stress that the political views that will be expressed on this program today don't fully collectively express the views of everybody that's on this show. and also, we're doing this political debate for comedy purposes. I know that people are going to be butthurt and trying to throw pitchforks at each other. They're going to try to throw pitchforks at each other. But when the debates and the campaign trials start going and all that nonsense. There's something we haven't done here on the show we haven't done in a while. Oh, hey, Judy.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Judy, how's your week so far?
Oh, Sally, my goodness. Would you believe the Memorial Day weekend is coming up? And then in a couple weeks, my kids are going to get out of school. And you know what that means? They're going to dry my pockets. They're going to make my pockets dry. And you know what? I don't have any money. And I'll be forced to live on government cheese.
Oh, God, that's funny. All right. Also, today on the program, we're going to get into our opening rants. My opening rant will involve the Los Angeles Lakers and what's going on with that nonsense. Also, we're going to have a discussion about the list that just came out. I'm sorry, I'm getting I don't know. I don't think a rash or something's going up with my nose. I don't know if I want to sneeze or not. Something's going on here. Yeah. Anyways, I'm sorry about that. Today, we're going to talk about the top 100 list for the Bears that just came out. Don Pearson and Dan Pompei, who covered the Bears for a long
time. Hey, Goyam, where's the list? Listen, Goyam, could you help me find the list here? I can't find it.
I don't have the full list. It's just separated in different photos on Instagram.
That sucks, but I want the list. I don't have time to look at photos and scroll over. Come on, man.
It's okay. I'm gonna read off the list.
Oh, okay, please do. Yeah, because I can't find the list, and I want to hear it verbatim.
Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into our signature introductions. And as always, remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you want to get all editions of the Sports Drive. We have a lot of fun here on the show. This is a non-politically correct sports talk show, and if you're easily offended, that's on you. We do this show every single Thursday right here on YouTube at 11 a.m. Eastern time, which makes it 10 here in the Central. If you live anywhere else, figure it out for yourself.
I agree.
As I say that, I'm also reminded that the Walmart boy will be joining us.
Oh, dear Lord. Yeah, please, God Almighty, help us all.
How you say such a thing?
Jeez, I don't want to think about what he's going to do during the Stanley Cup final games.
Yeah,
honestly.
I'm dreading him bringing up the Bruins today.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, dude.
The sad thing is, the real Bear will actually win a championship this year. A Chicago Bear, not a Bruin.
Hey, they got the talent. The only thing that's gonna bar them is injuries.
Anan.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Introductions. Introducing first from Blue Bumblebee, Kentucky. This young man is good friends with Jim Cornette. You can see him at every PT. You can see him at every PTW show, messing with Donnie Green and the cast and crew down there, with the Hooligans and the Slicksters and all the other all the other groups that Brian's involved with. Don't forget, this young man is the bowling master, but we like to call him the brownie master, the one and only Andrew Browning.
What's going on, guys? Gonna be a good show today. Shout out to the boy Chucky with the Mr. South Train himself.
Chucky J. Smooth!
I've been noticing that, Brownie. You've been adding the and then.
Oh yeah. Hey, you know what? That's why that's why when I become president, Brownie, you gotta be my press secretary.
Extreme Wrestling at the White House.
Oh yeah, but that's the case. But hold on. But when the reporters ask a question, Brownie doesn't like it, and then. And then.
Oh, I got some breaking news. I got my tickets for Survivor Series.
Nice.
Yes. Where are the tickets specifically?
I am sitting in section 110, right on the camera side, towards the middle of the ring. Row DD. There's an extra little box section under at the Rosemont Horizon.
Yeah, I've been there myself.
Nice.
Many times.
Now I just need to get my tickets for NXT TakeOver War Games. Hey, by the way, Frank, we're actually having a War Games match here in Chicago this fall. That big ass cage is coming here.
Wait! Not the triple cage like on that one time on Nitro. I don't know if you guys recall toward the end of the. Hey, you guys, Vince Russo. Remember it was Vince Russo and Booker T triple cage. And I got to tell you, the next day I actually read the reviews on the internet and heard people talking about it. Many people considered that match to be a stink bomb.
Yeah, the Thunderdome match.
Yeah.
And everybody thinks that everything was great in the 90s. Stop. I mean, we had to deal with Glacier.
Hey, you know what, though? WCW had its heyday from 1996 to about early 1999, and that was it.
All right, let's do the next introduction. This young man is from Blue Bumblebee, Indiana, but he is a product of the state of Illinois. He is a Chicago Cubs fan with respect to the White Sox.
Yeah, of course.
He's also a Bears fan. He's also a Blackhawks fan and a Bulls fan. And also, he is the James Hetfield of the Sports Drive. Gale Force win himself, the big win, Frank Sprinkle.
Okay, Goyam, let me ask you this. We should have entrance music. We should be like characters and have entrance music.
Yeah.
Should my entrance music, when I come out to the ring, should it be the guitar solo to one?
If you want it to be. I'd rather have it be the bridge than the solo.
Yeah, but I like the guitar, but I like the shotgun guitar solo though.
Yeah.
That's the best part of the song. Da-na, da-na.
No, Frank, that's the bridge. That's not the solo.
Oh yeah, that's right. Dude, we should have theme music, all of us. We should all come up with theme music.
Oh, by the way, I don't usually do this promoting my music stuff that I do, but I created a music page on Instagram about a couple weeks ago. Suggestion to a good buddy of mine who listened to the other show that I do. Shout out to Patrick Fritz, by the way. He gave me this idea to start my own Instagram page where I could just upload guitar covers. Brownie, mute yourself, please, por favor.
What's por favor mean?
Please, please. So if you follow Josh Lopez Music on Instagram, you'll hear all my guitar covers that I've been doing recently. And I wanted to play one here since it's Throwback Thursday here. I don't have my guitar with me, but I'm going to play through. I recorded this on Tuesday. Anybody a fan of the band Oasis?
I've heard of them. I've heard their music. Not a fan, I would say, but they're decent.
Yeah. There's a song called Champagne Supernova that I played. Yeah, I just want to play a snippet for you so you guys hear it. All right?
Yeah, sure, please.
There you go. This song is pretty easy to play.
Right.
Pretty cool, right?
Not bad, Glory Hump. I mean, I remember. I recall Oasis back in the late '90s. They were all right. Like I said, not a big fan, but okay.
What was I gonna say? You go on the covers when it comes to Instagram. You're only allowed to record 1-minute videos, which sucks. Wish I could do longer versions, but
right.
Nobody wants to hear me sing, so I just do the guitar covers. And I always want to make sure the covers sound like the record, even though I'm using the acoustic guitar. I'm not using any amps or pedals or anything like that. I have them, I just haven't used them yet.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
All right, Frank. How about you bring me in really quick?
Oh yeah, right. Okay. The following intro is scheduled for anything but Woodfall. It is not so phenomenal. Introducing a guy who is yet to find an opponent for SummerSlam. He is the Glowy Hump, Josh Lopez. How was that?
Dude,
shut up, man. Oh, God. Who talks that way anyway? I mean, really.
A 32-year-old man in Pacific Northwest.
Really? I don't know. That needs to get it.
He was born in 87, right?
87. I was born in 81.
Brownie's late 80s too, man. All you guys are freaking
old. I gotta tell you, I was born in Ingalls Hospital in Harvey. There's a triage unit literally for shooting victims.
Yeah.
At the hospital I was born because Harvey has become pretty yeah, trust me, that's pow pretty much now.
And then
what?
How do you say such a thing?
I can say whatever I want. You got a problem with that?
All right, let me pull this up right here.
Yeah,
actually, what do you want to do? You want to look at the list first or do rants?
Let's do the rant. Let's get that out of the way.
Yeah.
I got a rant.
All right, Brownie, you want to do a rant? Go ahead.
This Sunday I won't be able to be at this show on Sunday night, but it's Legendary Larry D versus Jake Crist from Impact or whatever.
Dude.
Legendary Larry D is gonna get the best hand in the house with Jake Crist on Sunday night. So there.
OVE.
Yeah, that.
Hey, let me ask you, overall, Brody, how's PTW going? I mean, how is PTW as a Fed right now?
They're pretty good right now. They're having a PTW Rumble on Sunday night.
A what?
PTW
kind of like a Royal Rumble.
Wait, they got a Royal Rumble? They got the Royal. All right, how many entries?
30.
30? Okay, so it's like the real Royal Rumble in the WWF, which I like to still call the WWF, by the way, in which there's 30 entries. Like in the WWF, there's 30.
Yeah.
Okay, 30 entries in the. Wow, that's pretty cool. Wait, okay, let me ask this then. So does the winner get to get to compete for the number one title slot? Is he the number one contender for the championship? For the title?
I believe so.
For the title belt.
I believe so. I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
And
then
what?
Brownie, you still not having any interactions with Donnie Green? You haven't got into a fist fight with him yet?
No, not yet. I wish.
Let me ask you. You don't plan on interfering in any Donnie Green matches, are you?
No.
I'm surprised.
We had our stare down from last Sunday. He was just looking at my belt, but he just left.
I could see Brownie like interfering in a Hell in the Cell or something.
You know what? I can see Brownie interfering, but here's how he would interfere, Glory Hump. He wouldn't be the one distracting the ref.
Right.
That's what he would be doing. He'd be at the rope, and the ref would be to his back while somebody's getting pinned, and that would be Brownie.
Well, how about this on a wrestling tip? Brock Lesnar came in and won the Money in the Bank briefcase this past Sunday.
I love Brock.
Oh man, they put that was well done. I'm not even a Brock Lesnar fan. They played it out perfectly. They played it out perfectly.
When I heard his music, I was like, oh no.
Mm-hmm. All right, Frank, you're up next. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, well, Mike, I gotta say this. Look, I'm not a big college basketball fan. I'm not. But John Boeheim going from Michigan to the Cleveland Cavaliers, I mean, what's that? He had something great going on in Michigan.
Say what?
Say what? Indeed. But I got to say this. He had such a great thing in Michigan. A leader of men, coaching some great college teams. And it goes to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
I love that old expression in sports, a leader of men. You don't hear that enough these days.
No, you don't. And we need more leaders of men in our society. That's how I see it. But okay, I don't know if you guys recall, but what was it about more than a decade ago? There was talk of Mike Krzyzewski going to the Lakers. I'm thinking, what's up with that?
What you talking about was?
Yeah, rest in peace, Gary Coleman. Oh, wait, yeah. You guys recall. Hey, I don't know if you guys recall when Jared gave the slap nuts to Gary Coleman.
Yeah, I remember.
I actually watched it live. By the way, it was a pay-per-view. I forget off the top of my head. It was in late 2000 around. I did watch that pay-per-view live, and I gotta tell you, I was almost laughing like Sean was with these.
God.
I really was. I really was. At the time it happened, I was literally laughing. But I heard college coaches going from college to the NBA. Those that have made their prominent stance in college, you never see it coming. And I'm curious to see how this is going to find out. First of all, he doesn't have quite the players to coach. Second of all, the NBA is a different ball game because you have players that I would hope would want to have guidance, but I don't know if they do these days in the NBA. They want to run this show. So I'm just thinking for Jim Boeheim, potentially this is not the best situation. We'll see.
Yeah, it's strange. I don't know. And I have my bias at points when it comes to Cleveland and just that city in general. But like you have a good job already, and you weren't even on the hot seat. So
no,
like why you felt the need that you need to leave Michigan?
You almost had a job for life. You almost had a job. You basically had a job for life at Michigan, and you're departing Michigan to coach to coach one of the worst teams. I don't care if it's one of the worst or one of the best teams in the NBA, but the NBA, the attitudes among the players is completely different. Jim Boeheim, what are you doing?
Yeah, you're in Ann Arbor. Why the hell you want to go to the fucking Quicken Loans Arena?
Yeah, exactly. Why would you want to go there and waste your time? But I'm going to say this: let's say the Cavaliers are going to be good, it's going to be a while. Right. I have nothing against Boeheim personally. I wish him well in Cleveland. We'll see what happens. I wish him the best. He's been a great college coach. Let's see what Cleveland dreams in the NBA. Let's see.
And then, I got a proposition for you, Frank.
Oh, cool. What's the prize? Is it legal, dude?
No, it's a good prize.
Yeah, but hold on. Wait, is it a prize?
Yeah, it's a title.
Wait, what's the prize, dude? Hold on. I won one of those Zoxman prizes, and I'm fortunate.
Yeah, you need to do a better job with that.
Yeah, dude, I won one of those great prizes that they provide.
You know what's funny? My uncle Chris, he's not like he's not like a brother to my mom. Like, it's not that uncle's like a great uncle type of thing. You know what
I know what you're talking about. I got those myself.
So so basically, for those who don't know, I have a photographic memory. I can remember a lot of history and just like read off different like match lineups for different pay-per-views or sporting events.
I didn't know that. Honestly, you got a photographic memory? I had no idea, honestly, until now.
I have a really good memory. It's one of the at least redeeming qualities I have to myself left.
Why would you hold on? Why would you remember anything that happens on this show? May I ask? I wouldn't.
I don't know. I say my memory is a blessing and a curse at times.
Yeah, maybe. Good point.
Anyways, he calls me a Rain Man, basically.
Rain Man?
Yeah, he calls me the Rain Man.
I don't get it, dude. Why is that?
Because I remember everything in the sun. It's a funny joke. Sometimes people would say if you call somebody a Rain Man, it's an insult, but I think it's a compliment. Actually, I'm glad that I can remember a lot of things because it keeps me ahead of other people. Anyways, my proposition for you.
Yes, sir.
Would you like to be the 24/7 champion?
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. The only 24/7 champion I ever recalled was the hardcore title.
Correct. It's back.
The hardcore title was 24/7. And it seemed that half the time during the Attitude Era, rest in peace, but Crash Holly held the title half the time.
Yeah, Frank is back.
I would love to be the hardcore champ. Hey, you know what? But you know what this means, don't you? I'm not going to be able to sleep.
What if Sean won the 24/7 title at Cost Cutters or something?
Where?
Cost Cutters.
Wait. So you're trying to say that somebody gets as the champ, somebody is the hardcore champ, and they go into Cost Cutters and
oh no.
Sean wouldn't know what to do. Does he know how to pin or submit?
Well, we have a little history note here. R-Truth is the first WWE superstar.
That was so funny Monday.
He's the first WWE superstar to ever hold the hardcore title and the 24/7 championship.
That was funny when the ref was in the car. I was like, oh.
It was beautiful, man.
I missed the TV title from ECW.
Mm-hmm.
I miss the old ECW TV title days.
It's like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, somebody tweeted this to me on Twitter the other day. I miss blood. Awesome. That's the one thing on your mind when wrestling. I just want blood.
Hey, if you want to see blood, hey, wait, is it called JPW? It's that Japanese Extreme League. If you want to see plenty of blood, just watch that fed. Honestly, they got blood there a lot. They got lots of it.
You want to watch EDW, Extremely Dumb Wrestling? That's for you.
But hey, you know what? Honestly, they take it above ECW. As a matter of fact, they make ECW look like an episode of Sesame Street. I'm not kidding.
All right, I gotta tell you this. So last week they had a hardcore match on Impact Wrestling.
Oh boy!
And they spilled a collection of Legos in the ring.
What?
Wait! Were they wrapped in barbed wire?
No, just regular Legos.
Legos.
They spill Legos around the ring like they would spill thumbtacks, basically.
Yeah, thumbtacks, I can understand, but why Legos?
I don't know. First off, why would you even want to even associate yourself with Legos or let alone fall on Legos? I saw somebody do a flying RKO into Legos. I'd seen somebody.
That makes no sense.
I saw somebody do a Michinoku driver on Legos.
Michinoku what?
You don't know what the Michinoku driver is?
No, I'm talking about the Legos here. I'm talking. Wait a minute. They could make Lego tables, and you could go through a Lego table.
They actually spill Legos on the tables.
Devon! Get the Legos! Javon, get the muffins. You're welcome. I like the attitude here. I really do.
I think we used to talk about muffins on the show before I brought up waterfall. Actually,
you know what? When Kerry Sanders said that out of nowhere, I'm thinking, what does he mean by get the muffins?
Here's the thing: Sean can redeem himself today if he says he likes muffins. Okay, that's fair, right? That's fair, right?
Wait. What if he says he likes pie though?
Oh. No, he said a couple weeks ago that he likes strudel, right? I said that he can redeem himself by saying he likes muffins. If you don't know what a muffin is, it's just basically
I know what muffins are.
It's basically an ass cheek. So we'll see what he says to that.
Oh boy.
All right, my opening rant.
I want to hear. You got some good opening rant. Let me hear.
The Lakers are an abomination. They are. I don't want to watch First Take every day. I really don't. As much as Stephen A. Smith makes me laugh with his rants and stuff, I don't want to watch that show every day. I think Max Kellerman is very pretentious and douchebaggery. I can't stand his ass. Anyways, they had Magic Johnson on their show. I wasn't sure if it was Monday or last week, but Magic Johnson appeared on First Take to talk about the issues going on with the Lakers, why he decided to step down as team president, blah, 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 blah. He was talking about Rob Pelinka going behind his back and talking to other people around the league saying that Magic's not in the office enough. He's not doing his job. He's not helping the team where they need help in free agency and this and that. And basically, Magic Johnson called out the Lakers for being a mom and pop shop, and that Jeannie Buss doesn't know what she's doing, and she's surrounding herself with the wrong people. He also mentioned that the CEO of Business Expenses, or whatever the title that guy was, is trying to make basketball decisions regarding the Lakers. So you have a guy in finance trying to make decisions for the Lakers. That's why a lot of Bears fans rip Ted Phillips on local sports talk radio, because they have this conspiracy theory that Ted Phillips is part of the front office making football decisions, which is actually not the case. But hey, everybody thinks perception is reality. I happen to disagree. I think that's one of the most outdated and antiquated philosophies out there, because you don't know people's reality unless you actually meet them face to face and actually experience what that reality is. I can say anything about anybody, and I'm not going to come out here and tell you that's the gospel, because I never spent time with that said person. I'll only go off of what I see as facts that's been given in front of me in full video evidence. Besides that, taking personal shots or anything like that, I'm not going to do that, because I don't know that person in general. So I'll give it a little piece of life wisdom here, guys. You may think that perception is reality, and you may want to go off what other people's perceptions are of you, but you need to figure out that perception by yourself, or go directly to that person and get to know them first before you start making assumptions of what is reality and what's not. So that's my little piece of advice for everybody today. I wanted to get that out of the way, because it had to do something with this. I don't always think that perception is reality. I think that's a cop-out excuse, because some people don't want to take the time to actually get to know people, and I just think that's nonsense. What do you think about that, guys?
Yeah,
I think that's true. Anyway, prominently in our culture today, I really believe that might be the case.
Yeah. All right. Going back to this Lakers thing.
I want to hear more about the Lakers, because they're in a world of hurt right now. Come on.
They're an abomination, and you would think that I would actually feel bad for LeBron James. Nope. I don't feel sorry for him at all.
Many don't.
And I know if Snowman was watching this right now, he'd be laughing his ass off, and he'd be happy that I wasn't changing my tune on LeBron James. He is just as responsible for where the Lakers are as anybody else in that organization. And I just get a good kick out of it. there's literally people, analysts, talking heads on these networks that actually said the Lakers were going to play the Golden State Warriors in the Western Conference Finals this year. Are you fucking kidding me?
Where are they now? Where are the Lakers now?
They didn't even make the playoffs this year.
Playoffs?
Yeah, wait. I don't see the Lakers in the playoffs. I didn't even see them in the first round.
I'll say this, though. Anybody tells you, I'm not even going to say if. I'm going to say this. Anybody that tells you that LeBron James is still the best player in the world, they're smoking some good. They're smoking all the stuff. They're smoking hemp. They're divulging in heroin. They're taking all the supplements in the world. They're taking all the drugs. LeBron James is not the best player in the world right now. I'm sorry. No shot.
Wait. You're sorry. It's your opinion. You shouldn't apologize for your opinion.
No, you know what, Frank? You are correct. I should apologize.
Yeah, you should. You got your opinion. And yet the fact is, I think LeBron James made a huge poor choice in judgment when he went to the Lakers. You know why, Chloe? He went to the Lakers, don't you?
Yeah.
Because of his business interest.
Movie. Yeah,
exactly. He cares about the music. Wait, is he also in the music industry too? Which is prominent.
I hope not.
But he's going. But he's going out there for his business interest. You know what that tells me? LeBron is probably thinking, well, you know what? I've accomplished so much. I won the titles in Cleveland. I won a couple in Miami. My career is coming to an end. I can just focus on the last few years, do what I want in terms of my business interests, and it won't affect my career. That's what I think LeBron James is thinking here. The Lakers, I have a feeling, are going to be LeBron's last stop. And as far as feeling sorry for him, nobody should feel sorry for the guy. Honestly, because guess what? He's got everything. He's got financial status. He's got endorsement deals. He's got the rings. Nobody should feel sorry for him. Nobody is going to feel sorry for him. Cry me a river.
And then. All right.
What?
The last part of this rant I'm going to do when it comes to Lakers is just this. Hey, man, we live here in a major market, and everybody likes to think that the Bulls are falling down beneath their wings and the sky's falling for Bulls and stuff. Look at the Knicks and look at the Lakers and just ask yourself, is it really that bad to be a Bulls fan right now? Like, really? The Bulls are not even front page of this nonsense. They're not even on First Take and having them debate about the stuff that's going on in those shows. Like, honestly, take a look at yourself and assess where they are in a rebuild where you actually do have good young players now. And would you rather have the Lakers situation and have LeBron on the Bulls? Or would you have a team where the vocal minority of Bulls fans who like to live and die by every thought that's said on Chicago Sports Talk Radio? You know, it's funny. A lot of the fans here in this city base their opinions on what's said on those shows. And I think that's sad. As in a society right now, we can't formulate our own opinions. We need other people to speak for us. And I think that's absolutely ludicrous. You were just saying it a couple minutes ago, Frank. You shouldn't apologize for having your own thoughts.
Of course. It's your own thought. You're attended to it. Your opinion. You're right to it.
I'm just saying, man, it could be much worse for the Bulls right now. And the Lakers and the Knicks are a complete abomination. Just simple as that. Yeah. I didn't feel like popping a blood vessel because I got another rant that I'm going to be doing later on today when I record my wrestling podcast. I'm just going to say this right now as a little sample. Wrestling fans are soft. It's sad. It took me 25 years to get to this point and realize that wrestling fans are soft. You know, I was just talking about sports fans here in Chicago let other people speak for them. It's the same thing with wrestling fans. You would think. Let me bring this up. Actually, yes, do anybody knows what booking is if they didn't read about it on the internet? Would any of the perceptions of the wrestlers that you hate on the shows would exist if you didn't read it on the internet or heard it on a podcast? This real. I know it's simple questions I'm dishing out here, but there's a point I'm going with this. For the life of me, it's just a general thing that I don't like. I can't take people seriously when they talk out of both sides of their mouth. I can't take you seriously. Be genuine with me. I'm okay with disagreeing with you and having different back and forth conversations, but be upfront with me. Don't tell me one thing and then tell me that you're flipping your stance next week. Like I can't do that. I'm sorry. And they do it too many times in wrestling. Oh, we want more comedy. We want more storylines in the tag team division. The Usos try to do something funny out of the box with the Revival. Oh, they're burying a Revival. It should just be 100% wrestling. It should be wrestling all the time. No comedy, no humor, just wrestling. Hey, let's have a 45-minute tag team match. No commercials. Wrestling fans don't understand how television works. They don't understand how production works. Just shut up and try to enjoy the show for what it is. You're not in the boardroom. You're not in the creative room. Just stop. It's okay to be a fan. You're not an expert. Stop trying to pretend to be an expert. You're not. All right, now I'm done with my rants. God.
All right.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's get to the Bears 100 list.
Yeah. I saw some of it. I know who's number one, by the way.
Yeah, I think Stevie Wonder figured that out too.
Yeah. The greatest all-around football player of all time is number one.
All right, I'm going to read this off 100 to 1, and then we'll let Frank react to it, okay?
Sure, go ahead. Thank you. And you too, William. I want to hear. We're Bears fans.
Yeah, I'll get my thoughts into it too. All right, number 100, Patrick Manley. Number 99, Doug Plank. 98, Trace Armstrong. Number 97, Bobby Joe Green, who was a good punter back in the day. I think your dad would probably tell you more about Bobby Joe Green than I could right now.
Is Bobby Douglas on this list by any chance? Because my dad has Bobby Douglas stories.
Number 96, Eddie Jackson. Number 95, Larry Morris. 94, Jim Dooley. Number 93, Herman Lee. So that's the first batch of people right there. Let's go to another list right here. 92 to 84 here. Bill Osmanshi, number 91. Yeah, that's a big name. 91, Bob Watosha. Number 90, Betty Feathers. I can't believe that's an actual dude's name. Number 89, Mike Pyle. 88, Joey Sternaman. There you go. 87, Luke Johnsos. 86, Alan Ellis. 85, Jay Cutler.
Who would have thought?
84, Tom Thayer of the Chicago Bears O-line, and also Mr. Thayer is the color analyst on WBBM. And one of my favorite podcasts that you hear on 670 The Score, Bears All Access. Yes. All right. 83, Willie Gault.
That was his number, by the way. 83 was Willie Gault's number, coincidentally.
Joining him at number 82 is George Blanda. 81, Brandon Marshall, and his sidekick Alshon Jeffrey at number 80. Number 79, Dennis McKinnon. Number 78, Donwell Wolford. Number 77, Benny McCrae. And then number 76, J.C. Caroline. All right, I'm going to stop there. Any thoughts on what I just rattled off there a couple of seconds ago?
Well, that sounds pretty decent myself. I remember guys like Donald Wolford and Trace Armstrong did not play on good Bears teams. Mike Pyle, of course, was on the 63 Bears team as a center, helping block for Mike Ditka. Mm-hmm. I would have to say it's a pretty reasonable list, but you go on, you're going to hear more of the Hall of Famers, the greats of the greats.
The legends, yeah.
The legends.
I called Alshon Jeffrey Brandon Marshall's sidekick for a reason, because after Brandon Marshall left the Bears, Alshon started to become selfish, and I'm glad he's no longer on the Bears anymore.
One thing I want to say, though, William, I'm kind of surprised Eddie Jackson's on this list. Nothing against Eddie Jackson personally, but he's only been with the Bears a year or two now.
Yeah, we got more. We got more current Bears that are actually on this list too. For example, number 75, Akeem Hicks. 74, Kyle Long. 73, Tommy Harris, underrated Bears player for the mid 2000s. Number 72, Mark Carrier. Number 71, Kevin Butler.
Butthead. That's what his name was when he was a place kicker.
All right, number 70, Matt Suey, who was the fullback for Walter Payton back in the day.
Yeah, and probably Walter Payton's best friend, by the way. They were like family, Suey and Payton.
I know. Number 69, the sex number, Bill Wade. Number 68, Dick Barwegan. Let's see who else is on the list here. Oh, here we go. I forgot Robbie Gould did make the list, but I'll tell you what he is. Number 67, Ed O'Bradovich.
Obi, rest in peace.
Yep.
I used to love listening to him and Buffon, by the way, on Bears postings after losses.
Number 66, Mike Hartenstein. Number 65, Dick Gordon. 64, James Big Cat Williams. You can hear the Big Cat on the Score post-game shows these days.
Yeah.
Mike Brown comes in at 63. Number 62 is Robbie Gould. 61, Willie Gilmore. Number 60, Khalil Mack. Number 59, Julius Peppers. 58, Wally Chambers. 57, Jim Osborne. And at 56, Roosevelt Taylor.
I'm surprised you got these current Bears on this list. Nothing with what they've done, like Jackson and Matt. They obviously had a great first season. It's kind of it's a shock to think that these first-year Bears are on this list with so much history and prestige the Bears have.
I think longevity also helps with certain guys, especially like Kyle Long, who's on the list. I was really surprised that Alex Brown did not make the list, or Tom Waddle did not make the list for the top 100 players.
Wait, they didn't make the list? Hold on, Alex Brown or Tom Waddle didn't make the list?
The Fridge didn't make the list either.
The Fridge did? Well, Tom Waddle, listen, Tom Waddle used to play concussions. That guy should have made the list. He was one of Ditka's favorite players, coach. And when you're one of Mike Ditka's favorite players, you should be on that list, honestly.
All right, number 55, Johnny Lujack. Mitch Trubisky was about to break a lot of his records last season. Number 50,
still do that this year.
Yep. Number 54, Ed Brown. Number 53, Jim McMahon. Again, you were saying it earlier. This list did not really showcase the spectacular quarterbacks that have come through this franchise.
Because they haven't had any.
Right. Number 52. You say that, yet the city wants Mitch Trubisky to fail. How about that?
Why would you want to? Oh, good. It's shit. Never mind.
They want Mitch to fail because they want to rub it in Ryan Pace's face that he should have drafted Patrick Mahomes. Go figure. The city has always wanted a franchise quarterback. They actually got it. They actually draft one, but it's not the one they wanted.
But you know what? Okay. And you know what? Trubisky guides the Bears to a Super Bowl, has a great game in the Super Bowl, wins the MVP. That's on you. You're going to be eating crow.
Joe Hopcha comes in at 52. 51, Keith Van Horn, very good player as well. And then, all right, we're getting halfway through the list now. Here we go. All right, 50, Mark Bortz. Mark Bortz. 49, Ray Bray. 48, Fred Williams. Rest in peace, number 47, Dave Durson, and also rest in peace, 46, Doug Buffon.
Yeah.
Was 46 his number 2?
What are you talking about?
For Doug Buffon, was he number 46?
I don't remember Buffon's. I can look it up.
Number 45, Otis Wilson.
Mama's boy.
Yeah, number 44, Johnny Morris. 43, Wilbur Marshall. Number 42, Richie Pettibon. There's a lot of the players from the early stages, like the 20s and 30s, are on this list too.
By the way, Buffon's number going up 55.
55, okay.
Yeah, which was also Otis Wilson's number in later years, and eventually Lance Briggs' number.
Yeah.
So 55 has been a good number for the Bears.
Number 41, Neil Anderson.
Good running back after Peyton. Awesome.
Number 40, Ken Haven. 39, Harlan Hill. 38, Link Lyman. Number 37, George Halas. And number 36, Red Grange. You have 3 Hall of Famers that just listed off right there.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Number 35, George Musso. Number 34, Matt Forte. Number 33, George Trafton. Number 32, Patty Driscoll. Number 31, Charles Tillman. Gary Fensick came in at number 30. Rich Caricis. No. Some of these last names are fucking me up today.
I'm not even familiar with their careers for the most part, honestly.
Rich Caricis. That's what I'm going to go with. Okay. Number 28, Lance Briggs. Number 27, Olin Kreutz. Number 26, Ed Healy. And 25, Ed Sprinkle. Not Sprinkle.
Not Sprinkle. No. Although somebody thought I was related to him once. Honestly, I'm not kidding.
All right, how about that portion of the list? What do you think about that?
Yeah, you got some great players, terrific players from my childhood, and also my young adult years with Lance Briggs. Now you're getting into the good. Now you're getting into the known players.
I noticed the trend toward the mid parts of this list that they went position heavy when it came to going it down.
Wait, I gotta ask you, William, who put this list together? Was it the Chicago Bears staff? Who put this list together? Goodness.
It was Dan Pompei and Don Pearson.
Okay, it was the Tribune writers.
Yeah.
You know what? They should have had Sun Times writers in there as well. You just don't want it from one paper. It should have been a collaboration of Tribune and Sun Times writers.
Right. All right. Now, last quarter of this list. Here we go. Mamma mia. Number 25, Ed Sprinkle. I just mentioned that a couple seconds ago. Number 24, Joe Fortunato. Number 23, George McAfee. Number 22, George Connor. Number 21, Joe Steinhar. Number 20, Devin Hester.
Mm-hmm.
Devin Hester made the top 20, ladies and gentlemen. Number 19, Steve McMichael.
Mongo.
Number 18, Jay Hilgenberg.
Former WCW wrestler, by the way.
Yep. Number 17, Stan Jones. Number 16, Bill Hewitt. Bill Hewitt. Yeah, Bill Hewitt. Number 15, Mike Singletary. Number 14, Brian Urlacher. Brian Urlacher did not make the top 10 on this list. I thought that was very interesting. Number 13, Jimbo Covert. Number 12, Richard Dent. How about this? This dude did not make the top 10. Number 11, Dan Hampton.
Danable? Wait, but the guy's in the Hall of Fame and he didn't make the top 10. This list, I gotta say, this list would be hard for me to determine.
It's hard. It's hard, man. It's very subjective.
Let me ask you, should they just have a top 25 or a top 50? I understand it's the 100th anniversary of the NFL, but it's very hard to put together.
It's very hard to do.
Yeah, I wouldn't want any part in this.
Yeah. Number 10, Danny Fortman. Number 9, Doug Atkins. Number 8, Bulldog Turner. Number 7, Bill George. Again, these are all guys from the 30s and 40s era. Mike Ditka comes in at number 6.
Coach.
And then here's the top 5, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. You get some Chicago names here. Maybe I should do it by Chicago accent, right?
If you want.
Yeah, we got this Gail Sayers here at number 5. I got Sid Luckman, number 4. Bronco Nagurski, number 3.
I love it.
Number 2, Dick Butkus, and number 1, Walter Payton. Yeah.
Hurry up. You're right. Congratulations.
I forgot the name of the character who was the host of the SNL skit they did.
Wait a minute. You had George Wendt, who played Norman Shears. He was Bill Swirsky.
Yeah, I'll do my Bill Swerski.
Yeah.
Swerski's another Chicago style name.
Yeah. By the way,
how many freaking Polish people do we have in this damn city? By the way.
Well, you know what? We got a ton of Chicago. Hey, you know what? Chicago has the biggest Polish population anywhere in the United States.
Yeah, there's a channel here called Polavision too.
Wait, what channel's that on? Wait, what channel? You have the same cable
I forgot what it was. I saw it at a hotel one time with my buddy who came to visit me last year. I was laughing my ass off. They actually have a Polovision channel here in the city of Chicago.
I probably get it on Xfinity. I just don't know all the channels. Growing up, I probably only watch like 50 channels out of the 500 I get on Xfinity.
Yeah.
And that doesn't include HBO, so I don't know anything about this Game of Thrones crap.
Oh God, I'm so happy that show's over now.
I could care less.
No idea. You have no idea how happy I am that show's over.
Yeah, you know what? I'm happy too because now I don't have to hear people talk about it. Jeez, look.
Yeah,
it lives.
Everybody on Twitter is a fucking writer of a movie or entertainment, so they know the ins and outs in creating shows. It's just nonsense. I'm so.
I don't have HBO. I probably could stream it online for free, but I wouldn't watch it anyway.
And then. I got a little promo here I'm going to play from Mark 2 if you hear this out.
57 hours. It's 57. I know 24/7, 24/7. You carry the one. I've been up for a long time and I ain't going to sleep yet. I'm where nobody goes. Look at that.
I carry the one.
In the middle, odds of nowhere. You good? I got Mr. European 24/7 with me, y'all. Thank you, ma'am.
He calls the 24/7 title the European title as a joke. I love it.
Carry the one. And then.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Say what?
I did it.
Hey, go ahead. I gotta congratulate you for reading the list off.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it, man.
I agree with Payton being number one. The best. Look, I'll admit there were probably better running backs than Walter Payton. Barry Sanders, the best in my lifetime. But Walter Payton, the best football player ever. Period.
Football.
Excuse me, how you don't have the Brian Urlacher at the number 10? How do you not have Dan Hampton in the top 5? This is malarkey. This is malarkey. Repeat. This is malarkey.
And then?
And Browning.
Hey.
Hello, like Lord's eyebrows that he gets upset too.
Wait, who's that? Who's eyebrows?
Sean, when like Browning says it, then he's just like Lord, his face lowers down.
Hey, you know what? I'm actually happy he's not here. We're having a great show, the three of us. We're being back and forth and communicating with each other nicely.
Yeah.
Don't speak too soon, man.
Yeah.
Dude, don't tell him to come on. He can come on. He can come on at his own time. Don't tell him.
Don't.
All right, I can't remember who won the last debate between you guys.
Dude, I don't know. I don't really care. By the way, just for the record, I didn't ask for this debate.
I did.
Okay. I want the record to show I did not ask for or intended for this debate to happen. I did not ask for it.
No.
We're doing this as a fun.
Yeah, of course.
We need some fun segments to do while the baseball season is slowing down and this and that.
It's slowing down. The baseball season's in full swing, dude.
No, it's like it's like dragging along. We're waiting to get to the middle part of the season thing.
I gotta say this: kudos to the White Sox returning first triple play in baseball yesterday.
Yeah, that was absolutely wonderful. Yeah.
I gotta say this about the White Sox. They may not be ready for postseason yet, but just enjoy the ride because these guys are fun to watch. Like I said, one thing I noticed about the White Sox, they love each other.
You keep saying that, but I look at the division and I say otherwise.
Dude, I'm impressed with the Twins. Dude, unless the Twins falter.
Yeah, besides the Twins, there's nobody else in this division that's really that impressive, to be honest with you.
I predicted the Twins were going to win that division.
I don't know why the White Sox can't go for the wild card. Why not?
Hey, you know what? I say, hey, you know what? That would be a great accomplishment if they can go look for the wild card.
No, it was really nice to see Eloy belch a couple of homers yesterday. That's always fun.
Hey, I watched. I did see his first homer in Yankee Stadium on that Friday about a month ago.
Yeah, that was a bomb.
Actually, he hit 2 homers in that game against the Yankees.
Yeah, I was laughing my ass off.
Hey, I enjoyed that. Hey, no better place to do it than Yankee Stadium.
And then,
But like I said, Glee Hump, this is a fun White Sox team to watch.
And then.
So,
yeah, man, I got drenched on Saturday, man. I went to
went to the game. You didn't see a full game, by the way. Yeah, you didn't see a full game.
Yeah, we had really good seats. I went with my dad to watch the Sox game on Saturday, and
Trump sucks.
Hold on,
shut up. He was talking. Just shut your damn mouth. Yeah, pie hole, dude. He was speaking.
Now I won't be able to talk.
Yeah, you were saying about your.
You know something, Frank. Thing is, Frank, you don't give me orders, pal. Go right ahead, Josh. Don't tell me to shut up, Frank.
Hey, Sean, I got up to exercise this morning. What'd you do?
Watch loser Trump come up with his stupid garbage and crap because he's such an idiot.
I didn't mention Trump here. We didn't mention Trump.
All right. We were just talking. All right, hold on. Hold the horses. Penalty flag on the field. I'm about to throw it right now on the field. I have to remind Sean before we get into this debate that we're doing this for comedy purposes. So for both of you, no personal shots at each other. If you want to send personal shots towards Donald Trump, go ahead, knock yourself out.
I won't
but not at each other. We're doing this debate for comedy purposes.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Especially, I won't take any personal shots at him, despite the fact he doesn't read and study history. All right, here we go.
And just for the record, I did not ask for this debate. Let the record know.
We're doing this for fun, okay?
Anyway, you were talking about Saturday, Glory Hump, because I was watching some of the game and I was speaking about you and your dad being there. But hey, they won.
I had a good time.
You have to see a White Sox winner.
Yeah, it was really, really nice out there. The weather was nice and everything. I thought it was gonna be a cool day. We're sitting above the bleachers in the left field part where you had the bullpen. You know what I'm talking about, Frank?
White Sox bullpen. Yeah, White Sox bullpen.
So I got to see all Lucas Giolito's warm-up session, which was pretty cool. And we had cool seats. It was a good vibe. And they were up like 4-1 off the bat. It was kind of cool to see Vladimir Guerrero Jr. play in person. You know, I got to see his dad play in person.
So did I.
I got to see him play in person. Now I got to see his son, too. So it's kind of cool to see something like that. And that kid is gonna be a beast, man. You just see the way the ball goes off his bat. It's just that kid's gonna be a problem.
He hit one off of us last night. He was tough. Oh, speaking of which, Josh, before we get to the debate, public service announcement.
Oh yeah.
Public service announcement.
This is a herd. I remain listening. I'm a jackass streaming live on FS1. You can also listen to me on the iHeartRadio app and also on Fox Sports Radio. Yeah.
Why would I?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, by the way, yeah. So, anyways, we go.
Go on.
After one of the innings were over, we went to go get some food, right, in the concourse area. I got myself a nice sample of breadsticks from Beggar's Pizza that we're offering. Man, that was good, man. I'll tell you, not only is White's guaranteed rate field's a better looking ballpark than Wrigley Field, they offer better food too. It's wonderful.
Hey, I got a Beggars that's just 5 minutes by my house, dude. Come over and get some Beggars.
Yeah, I'll come by.
No, I got Beggars. They got excellent stuff pizza. You know what I do like at Beggars? I like their mini tacos.
All right. This may be a hot take, and some people might be upset with me, and I'm not even. It's not even a racist thing because I'm not racist at all.
Tell me the obvious. Tell us the obvious.
For me personally, I do not like tacos. I don't know why. I don't have a set reason for it. I just think it's bland and stale. I guess. I don't like regular tacos, which is also contradictory because I like tortas and burritos and stuff, but I don't know. I just don't like tacos.
I like Pepe's tacos. Pepe's tacos rule, dude.
All right, Josh, got a question for you. Right in the chat room.
Suck.
What about Taco Bell? Anybody like Taco Bell?
I used to have it when I was a kid.
Okay. Oh, I haven't been to Taco Bell in ages, Sean. Ever since I changed my healthy lifestyle, ages, dude.
All right, well, I got back to the game really quick. So it's the top of the fourth. We're getting food, right? I turn around and look at where the press area, right? And above the ballpark, I see this big ass black cloud coming our way. I was like, oh boy, we're about to get it good, man. I was wearing my White Sox t-shirt. I have my name in the back. My aunt Lucy, from my dad's side of the family, she made custom t-shirts for us for Christmas this year.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
They put the number of the date we were born, and we put Lopez in the back. So everybody,
that's pretty cool.
My uncles, my dad, my cousins, all of them, they've got custom shirts for that for their birthday. Not for their birthday, for Christmas. So it's pretty cool. I'm wearing it and stuff. I didn't think it was going to rain or anything like that. I didn't bring a hoodie with me. It was a really, really nice day on Saturday. And then a freaking damn tsunami came into the city.
Hey.
We're like freaking hightailing it out of the freaking ballpark. My shoes, my fabric shoes I was wearing were soaked and drenched, and I probably have to throw them out now. Man, it reminded me of high school football when I was playing outside during the weekend and something like that. It was just downpouring, no hail or anything, thank God. But yeah, Josh, you got soaked on Saturday. I had a good time with my dad as always, but we weren't going to see the whole game actually, but hey, the Sox won, so that's a good thing. But I had a good time nonetheless, even though we did get soaked on the way out of the ballpark.
Yeah, but guaranteed rate field is easy to take cover because outside, besides the outfield where the concourses are open, you got the expanded concourses at guaranteed rate field. So going up, it's easy to take shelter.
Yeah.
It really is because one thing about guaranteed rate field, it's spacious. Spacious. That's the word I'll describe.
You guys learned two things about me today. One, I don't like tacos, and two, I don't like people talking out of both sides of their mouth.
The second one, not the first. I love tacos.
I have a little rant, Josh, if you're okay with that.
Yeah, make this quick because we got to get to the debate and
real quickly, our thoughts and prayers going out to the Browning. Enough.
Yeah,
all right.
This is rant, dude.
Real quickly, our thoughts and prayers go out after a massive tornado outbreak happened in the Midwest, right around Texas, Oklahoma, and Missouri. I saw the tornadoes. They were pretty ugly last night. Ugly weather. I'm glad, Josh, that it was a thunderstorm where you were at. No tornado warnings in the Windy City, right? I mean, I know Chicago sometimes gets a little bit. Sometimes
it's strange. We're in the Windy City, and we never can have hurricanes or tornadoes here. It has to be in the middle of bumblefuck nowhere to have a freaking tornado in the Midwest.
Yeah, we don't get the big tornadoes, dude. We get like the little small ones occasionally.
Well, I'm glad I moved out of Kansas when I did because I don't want to be back in the flatlands of Kansas again. Because of how bad
it's boring there.
Yeah, well, I told Frank, and everybody knows this. I Skyped with him one time. I told Frank I used to live in Garden City, Kansas, and I think, Frank, you told me you applied for a job.
I was there visiting a buddy once.
Ah, that's right. Anyway, I hope everybody.
But boring for me.
But yeah, the death toll really rising with the tornado that happened, Jefferson City, Missouri. So pretty ugly situation going down there in the Midwest. It is tornado season, so for all of you, always try to be safe, especially when you see funnel clouds coming by. I'm glad. Well, we might get a thunderstorm tomorrow, so it doesn't bother me. I don't have to deal with any tornadic activity. Yes. And let's see. That's pretty much it for the rants. NBA Finals. Don't care. Don't know.
Me too.
I'll make a prediction. I'll probably say the Warriors will beat whoever the Eastern Conference representative is. But I am happy that LeBron James is not in the NBA Finals. Thank goodness. Oh yeah, that's right. June. Sorry, bud. And, of course, my rant is I'm definitely excited about the Bruins being in the Stanley Cup Finals against the Blues. That should be a good series. It's the rematch of the 1970 Stanley Cup Finals where the Bruins, of course, by the famous man named Bobby Orr. I got the Bruins winning in 5 games in this series, people. because I believe that the rest is not going to get to them at all, and TD Garden is going to be rocking and rolling when Monday night gets here.
I think we all collectively as sports fans have had our fill of Boston sports teams winning championships for the last 15 years.
It's great.
Sean, because of you, I'm actually going for the Blues. By the way, honestly, because of you, I'm going for the Blues. I'm not kidding, dude.
Yeah, sure.
I am. I'll be happy if the Blues win. I'll be happy.
All right.
Oh yeah, I'm sure a lot of the country wants the Blues because Boston sports continues to dominate. That's why
they do, but it's not that, Sean. You got to rub it into our face. That's why I want the Blues to win.
News.
Was it going on?
It is time for a sports drive debate.
Oh boy.
That's breaking news, dude. How is that breaking news?
It's breaking news to me, pal.
Yes, Frank, pay attention. This is a debate. You need to pay attention. Here we go.
All right.
Don't take yourself seriously, though.
We're going to do 3 topics today. First one will be on the Mueller report.
It's Mueller time!
Second one will be an overall assessment on Donald Trump as a president since he got into office a couple years ago. All right. Number 3. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, I can't believe it's already been 4 years since that went down too, man. Wow.
4 years since what?
It's almost going to be 2020.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
Well, I know I'm voting for Democrats since this joke is a moron.
Okay, number 3, our final topic will be Puerto Rico / Chicago, because that's the 2 areas of the country that he loves to talk shit about the most. And we'll get into that. But let's start with our opening statements and just our general topics. I think Frank, by now, I think we can establish the fact that he's on the side of Donald Trump, and Sean obviously has the contrarian point of view. I said this at the beginning of the show today, that the political views are not fully representative of every single person on this particular show. I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. I lost all respect for all politicians once this dude got elected as president, so I can't take politics seriously anymore. That's my point of view. So I'm the perfect moderator because I'm objective and I don't care for either party at this point.
You know what?
Josh is more of an independent, I can tell.
I am too, if it weren't for Trump.
All right, opening statements. We're going to start off with the Walmart boy. Go ahead.
My opening statement is this. Country, do you feel happy with the guy who's ruining America? This guy has not done anything. He's lied every day to this country. He is such a sad person. I can't see him winning next year. I honestly can't, because he's gotten away with so much crap that he lies every day. This guy doesn't even read. He doesn't even study history. He is the worst president ever. He's another tricky dick. He's also a Joe McCarthy. He's also Senator Joe McCarthy. Frank, you can laugh all you want. I mean, because Frank, obviously, you don't read, you don't study history. And the other way,
stupid.
No, yeah, the way you said that was pretty funny, though.
But I just know he is horrible. He's taken things away. And do you think it's really cool, Trump, that you mock people, mock a disabled New York Times reporter? That was not a cool thing to do. You mock people, you rip people. He doesn't know how to handle or take anybody's criticism. And people who supported him, you're dumb and stupid because you didn't use your head. You need to start thinking really hard about who you want to go for next year. Do you want to continue on the same path that this guy is, that has us on the brink of going to war with Iran? Because right now, the Iran situation is getting real scary every day because he took us out of the whole nuclear program with Iran. He took us out of the nuclear arms race deal with Russia. I mean, he has ruined relations with other countries, and he's a sad, sad person. He never even sent the feds to Chicago when he was supposed to do that. Trump tries to make promises that he can't even keep. The guy has no political experience.
10, 9, 8. Go ahead. Finish. Said 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Frank, your turn.
Okay, to respond to what Sean just said, if Trump's going to take us to war, or which I don't believe to be true, I just want to say this: war. What is it good for? Well, you know the rest. You know the rest. But anyway.
Say it again.
Yeah, say it again, yo. What's it good for? Now I got Edwin Starr in my head, dude.
Right.
I was at one time addicted to that song, actually. But, well, we got a lot of jobs in this country. So as far as the jobs go, it's pretty big jobs. You know, for South Park, where they have the rednecks. Who's that one guy with the redheaded mustache where he goes and he takes them jabs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I just find that funny.
Sean, I think you need to monitor your name calling in the chat room while we're going through this. So we can save your thoughts when we get to each topic, okay?
I'm not going to interrupt Frank. That's just how I view him.
Yeah, we don't do that. Yeah, I don't interrupt Sean, which is only fair. But we got jobs in this country. We got an economy that's booming. We got a nation that's prospering and protecting our borders. We need it. I got the prostitution rest.
All right, number one, the Mueller report.
It's Mueller time.
We're going to start off with the big win here, actually. My question is, when it comes to the Mueller report, is will anything come out of this investigation, or we're going to have another Brett Kavanaugh thing where everybody ends up being disappointed towards the end?
Boy, I think we're going to have another Brett Kavanaugh. Honestly, I think with Brett Kavanaugh, it was just that you had people that didn't like Trump and what he was able to do, and they just trying to attack the guy. But I think this has much to do about nothing. The Mueller report didn't find any wrongdoing with Trump. The Democrats are crying themselves a river, although I don't really agree much with the Republicans as well. I don't think it has much to do about nothing. I think this is just certain people that are crying a river because they didn't get their way. So I think everything is going to die down at some point. It'll take a little time, but everything will be all right.
All right, I want to get your thoughts on this really quick, Frank, as a follow-up question.
Sure.
I heard on a recent show that a large reason why the major white demographic, the white percentage of white Americans in the country voted for Trump because supposedly a lot of white males feel neglected over the last 20 years. They feel like their opinions have lost matters over the last 10 to 15 years. Do you agree with that or no?
Glory Hump, I don't think it has much to do with it being. I disagree to a point here about it being white America. I think it has to do with the fact that these are people that want to protect, that want protection in this country. They want security. They don't want illegal immigrants coming here and getting a free ride. Look, we want people to, listen, I say this. If you're an illegal alien, you shouldn't go back now, but you should have 6 months to try to become a citizen. You should be trying to grandfather. But besides that, we're not taking anybody in. I don't think it has to do with race. I think it just has to do with people wanting protection, wanting toughness in this country, and that's what we're getting with Trump. I am a white American.
Oh God, stop. All right, Sean, here's my question for you. What is your general thoughts on the Mueller report, and how would this compare to the Brett Kavanaugh trial?
It's all true. I mean, he hacked the election. He stole that election. He has lied every day to the United States of America. You elect a guy with no political experience. It's just so sad. It's all here. What makes this more galling is that members of Trump's own administration say that Russian interference efforts are an ongoing threat. And I'm telling you, if this continues, I do not think, Frank, that's going to die down at all. You may think it is, but it's not going to, because the scandal on Capitol Hill is so serious. It's like another Watergate from 45 years ago. And that's my proof right there. He's a narcissist. He mocks people. He is just a rude, immature man. And, I agree with Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro would like to punch the guy in the nose because the guy doesn't know how to keep his mouth shut. I mean, because he makes it all about him. Do you think the guy has gotten us anywhere? No, he hasn't done a doggone thing to make America great again. America was great again before this guy even was elected president. People were dumb and stupid. And I say this, if you reelect him again, you're dumb and stupid again. Use your heads and think. But the Mueller report is absolutely correct. Robert Mueller did a great job of testifying and coming through. And don't forget about Mr. Cohen, who is also serving time in jail. He came out and admitted the truth and stuff too. Trump is afraid because he's trapped in a corner and he can't get out of it. He can't win. And I do not still see that he is going to make it maybe to 2020. I can still see the guy getting impeached because the guy has lied. The guy lies every day. He is another Richard Nixon, and he is also another Joseph McCarthy. McCarthy lied about communism in the United States back in the 50s, and Nixon lied because of the tapes, the plumbers who came into Watergate and broke into the Democratic headquarters in 1972. Right. So this is definitely another Watergate, in my opinion. All right. It is the truth, and he lied.
One more question on the Mueller report. We're going to move on to our next topic. All right. How do you feel about him in general and how he conducts himself as a president? Do you think he's too passive-aggressive as a president, or do you think he's become more credible as the years gone by?
This question for Frank or for
me?
No,
for you, Sean.
He's lazy. I mean, the guy doesn't do anything. He sits on his duff all day. He tweets all day. I mean, I can go on my Twitter and I can go look at all the dumb tweets that he comes up with, brags about himself. He hasn't done anything, Josh. Not one single solitary thing. And it was a joke. I mean, what has he done ever since besides lying? Nothing. He's ruined relations with Iran. He's ruined relations with Russia. He's ruined relations with China because we got a trade war that is going really bad. And he's ruined relations with North Korea because now they're going back to test firing missiles, and with Syria. I mean, I don't think he's done a good job at all. I think he's the worst president that this country has ever had since Nixon, or since maybe even Warren Harding. But at least with Nixon and with Harding, they at least knew how to run the country and had a little bit of political experience. This guy does not have political experience, and I honestly do not care about him at all. I just want him out of office because he's just he's ruining things and he's taking things away from people.
All right, next one's going to be our next topic is actually going to be a controversial one. I just changed it as I was thinking about it. It says, well, you guys are going back and forth about this. Our next topic is going to be about abortions and the LGBTQ community. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So before we get to this, I want to add my 2 cents on this actually, because
go ahead.
My older sister Alex is a lesbian, and well, for me, I'm partially biased towards her, and I'm going to support her whatever decisions she wants to make with her life. I feel a lot of times in society today that we're too. There's just a large section of this country that still want things to be like it was in the 50s and 60s, and tradition, religion, and all that. And that's fine. You can live the life you want to live. We always said that on this show, whether it's right or wrong. But I feel a lot of times people are so unwilling and so set on their traditions that they're narrow-minded to other aspects of life that do exist, where people want that to happen or not. And I think a lot of it involves the gay community, abortions. Men feel like they have a right to say what women should do with their bodies, which I think is personally ridiculous. But there's other people on the other side of the fence of the arguments. So I'm going to ask the question. We'll start with Sean here. Are you for or against abortions, and how do you feel about the gay community and Trump's stance towards the gay community?
Abortion, of course, is a really difficult concept. I did learn about that in, I believe that was in wellness. I studied about it. It was kind of tricky. I believe I am for abortion. I just Trump should not be sticking his nose into that too. I mean, that's the thing with Trump. He doesn't know when to keep his fat little mouth shut, and that's why the heck that the guy basically sticks his nose in every doggone thing when it's none of his business. I mean, he needs to focus. I mean, I think I am kind of definitely for it, but that's just me. But he's again, he just doesn't know how to keep his mouth shut.
All right. Follow-up question. Do you think men should have any say over what women do with their bodies?
Well, here's the thing I have to tell you about women.
Sorry about that. I was on accident. Go ahead.
Here's the thing about women, though. People need to respect their privacy because it's not right how I'm a bit of a critic of the Me Too movement. I'm just, excuse me for saying it. It's just like, look, I feel bad about what has happened to women. I always have after all these scandals that are coming out right now. But honestly, in my own opinion, it's getting blown out of proportion. It should be handled privately. Instead, you've got a little scandal that becomes big and then everybody gets involved with it. But I understand that women are fighting for their rights and for what they believe in. And that's important too. And Trump, screwed up with that. I mean, let's not forget about another thing that the loser did because of the whole thing with the Access Hollywood video. Okay, big deal. You apologized about it, but you were disgusting with how you did it. Let's not forget about what happened with him and Stormy Daniels. So yeah, women are doing a good job of fighting for their rights. I just wish we could handle things privately. Instead, now we got social media and everybody in the world that's getting involved with it. That's why I try to stay away with it. But as a man, I always want to make sure I do the right thing to give women their respect at work or anywhere, because women don't forget about that. And when you make a mistake with women, admit it. Just say you're sorry, you screwed up, you do your best, and forgive yourself. If not, then you're going to be hit with that bad reputation.
All right, Mr. Sprinkle, you're up next.
Mr. Sprinkle?
Yeah. Big Win, what do you feel about abortions? Are you pro or against it? And also, what's your thoughts on the Me Too movement?
Well, let me first address the Me Too movement, because I'm with Sean 100. I agree with Sean. This Me Too movement is getting out of hand. I agree that women should not have to be submitted to any sexual abuse. They shouldn't. But unfortunately, they're using this Me Too movement to gain a certain to make it all about them most of the time. Like I said, I think that women shouldn't be subject to sexual abuse, no question about it. But this Me Too movement is getting out of hand in more ways than one. I think what is your question, Glowy Hump, this is beyond Trump. This really has nothing to do with Trump, as a matter of fact. But I value life, and I am pro-life. I believe that abortion is wrong, and the only time abortion, unfortunately, is necessary is if the mother's life is in danger. Well, I will say this, though. I do support birth control in all forms, okay? Unlike the Catholic Church, which doesn't support birth control, I do. I support birth control in all forms because life begins with the human heartbeat, and what you're doing with birth control is trying to prevent the heartbeat. As far as the LGBT community, I'm against gay marriage, but I will say this. Nobody should have to be prejudiced as far as their stance. I think we should all accept the right to a person, whatever they want to be, and leave it at that. You have a right to live your life. That person has a right to live their life. Case closed.
All right. Our third and final topic for today, going back to Donald Trump, is the treatment of Puerto Rico following the two devastating hurricanes that happened in that island. I consider it a country. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm biased, so my thoughts don't matter in this situation. But Puerto Rico is labeled as a territory of the United States. So we're going to get to the Puerto Rico side and also talk about the gun violence here in Chicago as well, because that's a topic that Trump loves to tweet about on Twitter a lot and does nothing about it. Mm-hmm. So overall, how do you guys feel on how he handled the hurricane situations in Puerto Rico and also the gun violence issue in the city of Chicago? We are going to start off with the Walmart boy in this one.
Puerto Rico, when I think about Puerto Rico, A, he did a horrible job handling it. B, I got to be honest, sorry for being biased, but I got to add Alex Cora to the list. Why do you think he didn't go to the White House? Because he was upset about the whole thing of the hurricane. It's like, with the tornadoes that are going on, I wonder how he's going to handle that. Or if he's just going to sit around and do nothing to handle, the disaster areas that are going on right now with the tornadoes. My honest opinion is that, yeah, he definitely did a horrible job of handling the hurricane situation. And Josh, I know you are the moderator of this debate, but I will tell you about another thing that's also really bad that is dividing this country. We are divided on a number of issues. The other issue I would also have to mention, too, about the gun violence, he doesn't do anything. He says he's going to send the feds to Chicago, and has he done it? No. He doesn't stick to his promises. He said he was going to handle gun violence after the shooting that happened in October last year. He didn't do a good job with that. What about the bomb threats that happened last year? Did he do anything about that? Not really. And then he smiles when they say lock her up in reference to Hillary Clinton. He has done nothing to stop that. And that's why we've got so many bad shootings that are going on in the United States right now. I mean, we have to always protect ourselves wherever we go, because with all the shootings we've had over the last couple decades, do something. I mean, it isn't just Trump. I would also blame the Democratic Party and the Republican Party, because I remember when the Orlando shooting happened at the Pulse Gay nightclub back in, 2016? Apparently they had a big meeting in C-SPAN about the trying to figure out a way to handle the gun laws in this country, and they didn't get one done. And I watched the entire thing after a Sox game, and my view is that, yeah, the gun violence is bad. And then the other thing I got to add, and I'm sorry that you didn't add this to it, he is a racist, because he basically has divided this country because the racial tensions are on the rise. I read an article in August of last year. Racial tensions are on the rise because of this president. And, since when is it his authority to also get involved with the national anthem of NFL players? Stay out of it. It's not your business, Trump. And then, you make a big deal about the Dodgers blowing a game against the Red Sox when you should be focusing on running the country. The guy doesn't run the country. The guy ruins America. The guy has not done anything, and that's why he is not doing a good job at all. Oh, sure, we can be happy that the guy has done well with the fact that the economy is going great, but, eventually at some point, some way, and somehow a recession is definitely going to hit this country. He's not doing anything.
All right. Frank, this is a sidebar question for you.
Sure.
I know you mentioned about Trump doing good so far when it comes to economy and businesses doing well and this and that during his administration so far. Mm-hmm. But how do you feel like he's handling deals internally in the country with said gun issues, and how it affects here in the city of Chicago? How do you think he's done so far with that?
Okay, look, I'm going to say this about the guns. Guns don't kill. Human mind kills. And as far as Trump, I will say this. He could do more for the city of Chicago. Yes, I will admit that. He could do a lot more and send the feds in. It's going to be interesting to see going up as the summer heats up. How is the city? How there's going to be shootings, sadly but surely. I hope there isn't one. The reality is there'll be a few. But I think that as far as Trump is concerned, yes, there could be better work done with the city of Chicago. I will say that. Guns. Hey, look, the guns don't kill. Human mindset kills. You can have all the gun control that you want, but in the end, human will is what takes people's lives. You know what? I support the right to bear arms. I support the NRA. If you want to own a gun, go through the proper channels and own one. I don't think you should have a right to own a machine gun, but if you want to own a simple pistol, go ahead. If you want to go hunting for deer, go ahead hunting for deer. As long as you go for the right channels, I support the right to bear arms.
All right. Our topic for our final segment here, as we have our closing arguments, will be why Trump should be reelected on Frank's side, and Sean, why he should not be reelected. Let's start off with the big win.
Trump has done a fine job as far as this country is concerned. The American people spoke and elected Donald Trump to do the job. And I'll admit, nothing's perfect. There's always room for improvement. But he cares about this country. He cares about protecting its borders. He cares about protecting its people. The jobs have been more creative now in this country. More jobs in this country. More people to work. Donald Trump cares and loves America. That's why he should be reelected.
Sean, go ahead. Your closing argument.
Frank, what you just said was a bunch of bullshit. I'm telling you.
Wait, you forgot Champion World Stadium and all that
professionalism, Mr. Man.
Come on. He says that Trump.
I don't care. I don't care. Let him say what he wants.
Yeah, well, again, it's a bunch of BS on his part because he's lied so much with this debate. He says that, oh, Trump's done a great job. No, he hasn't. Do you think the government shutdown, Frank, was actually a good thing to do? He shut the government down, and TSA people had to leave because they weren't getting paid at all. And I'm sure a lot of those people are still having trouble trying to find employment right now. And you think that he's doing a good job? No, he hasn't. He's lied every day. I told you, relations are already lost because of him. I mean, do you think it's going to be good when we go to war with Iran? I agree with Senator Bernie Sanders. He came out last week and said on CNN that if we go to war with Iran, it's going to be a waste of billions of dollars, just like Iraq, and it'll be worse than Iraq. I mean, we should have never pulled out of the whole nuclear deal with Iran. We should have never pulled out of the nuclear arms race deal that former President Reagan and former President Gorbachev signed in 1987. I mean, come on now, think and realize that if we would have had those, it would have been for peaceful relations. Putin doesn't even like America. Putin hated America even before Trump got elected. Putin even said he'd wipe the United States out in 30 minutes. Russia is a threat. And you know what, Frank? You may think that we're doing well now and you think that the relations are going good, but use your head, man. Please, seriously. The guy basically has not done anything to establish good relations with other countries. The guy is rude, makes it all about himself. I mean, seriously, country, think it over. Do you want a guy who just sits around and tweets all day and can't learn how to take criticism? Oh, I'm upset because this person got on me. I mean, oh, I don't like Nancy Pelosi. I mean, big deal. You're the president. You need to learn to handle the criticism. I mean, I get criticized over things myself, but you know something? It doesn't bother me one bit. I ignore it. Quit being a baby, Trump, and learn to handle criticism. And don't go on tweeting and thinking that it's the best thing for you. You are the president, but you certainly don't act like a president. You're not my favorite president, and you never will be because you've lied every day to this country. We are divided worse because of what you've done. Worse. And my view is that, yes, North Korea, let's go back to the relations. Relations are lost because, yeah, Iran, I mentioned it. Russia, I mentioned it. North Korea. What happened there, Trump? You were supposed to go to North Korea to meet with UN, and you did not even go in late February. Was that good? No, because now North Korea is test firing missiles again. Syria, there's another country that we've lost relations with. China, let's not forget about the trade war, and everything is going up in America and how expensive it is. People have to be careful with what they buy, and sometimes they can't really spend it because of what he's done. So Trump has not done a good job, and I do not see him getting reelected, period. If he gets reelected, be another waste of another 4 years. The guy will continue to keep ruining stuff, spending time tweeting and being the lazy president. He's lazy. The guy doesn't read. He doesn't study. Doesn't know anything about history. And he comes out and he claims and he says, oh, I'm the second best president behind Abraham Lincoln. What a crock of crap that was. That's not true at all. The guy he's not. How can you ever say that you're the second best behind Lincoln? He's not even close. Abraham Lincoln did a lot more than what Trump has done. Trump's a liar and a narcissist. And I dropped the mic.
All right, gentlemen, thank you so much for participating in today's political debate.
Good debate, Sean. Appreciate it.
We'll probably do this again during the summer, maybe like August or September, something like that. We'll figure out.
I'm not going to repeat too much because politics is sensitive these days.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. Yeah, it shouldn't be. I'm Sean. It shouldn't be.
All right, I got an important question before we get to the bath shower.
Yeah.
What is it, dude?
Sean, do you like muffins?
Oh,
what
dude.
What is that? Yes, of course I do.
Okay, case closed.
You redeemed yourself. Good job. You redeemed yourself for saying that you like strudel.
Oh.
I haven't had a muffin in a long time, but I do drink a lot of water because I got.
Dude, we're not talking about that stuff, dude.
Yeah.
Do you drink a lot of milk?
Little by little, but water.
Dude, what is this Kurt Angle? You remind me of Kurt Angle now. You're not going into Kurt Angle detail.
Water is good because it's way better than pop. I'm glad I'm done with pop.
I agree.
Me too.
I became a waterholic. I don't drink as much soda as I used to.
I don't drink pop much anymore either. I cut that stuff. That's gone, dude.
Yeah, pop, it does. It even hurts my chest. Hey, Browning, shut up.
All right, let's do a couple bachelor quotes before we head out this week. All right, boys.
Yeah,
Sure.
All right, here we go. Skip us to the mic.
Yeah.
My Boston Bruins will be swept in the Stanley Cup.
They won't, yeah.
That's not going to happen, Skip. Because
I agree.
The Bruins are going to win that series in 5 games. And you know something, Skip Bayless? If you were here, I got a nice Bruins jersey. Now that's class and tradition right there, man.
God.
I'm looking forward to the Bruins on Monday night
Why?
when the Garden is loud and nobody texts me or even calls me because I'll be locked and loaded, ready for the Stanley Cup
Locked and
Finals.
loaded.
Sean, I never text or call you anyway.
Do you have
What?
guns?
No, I'll be locked in. That's why I had to say
Oh,
locked
okay.
in. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I was going to say something, but I don't want to say it, dude. I'm not going to say
There's got
it.
to be a quote for Browning right there.
Yeah, we do have a quote from Browning. All right, here
Yeah,
we
of course.
go. Skip us to the mic.
From Baron Corbin.
Whatever,
No,
dude.
give me those 2 wrestling quotes. I know you like Baron Corbin, though. Deep down, you like Baron Corbin. All right, here we go. Skip us to the mic.
Yeah.
My Philadelphia Eagles will release Carson Wentz once his rookie contract is over.
I got that. Sean, shut up, dude. Deal, dude. Oh, okay, you're not laughing that hard. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. You're not laughing that hard.
And now he goes on mute because he goes in hiding because he can't. Yeah. Like I said, Browning, put the Eagle stuff away. It's going to be a long year for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Wow.
Oh, really, Browning? Is that why Carson Wentz wasn't in Super Bowl 52 and Brady was actually in the Super Bowl? You're lucky because Nick Foles bailed your butt out. And by the way, Browning, it's got to be hard because Nick Foles is with the Jaguars, not with the Eagles. So good luck this year with the Eagles.
Let's say this, Sean, really quick. That last Super Bowl the Patriots just won was not a Super Bowl.
No.
Just sit down for God's sakes, dude. Yeah, dude.
It's not a Charlie horse, Frank.
Oh, man, that's not good.
Get up. Oh, that's better. I hate Charlie.
Sean,
One
you need
night-
to come to the gym with me, dude.
My leg just pinched and it was hurt. Oh, that was bad. Okay, here we
All right.
go.
All right, this one will guarantee to have some pill throwing. Here we go.
Oh, God.
Look at the look on his face. He's just ready for it. All right, here we go.
Boy.
Skippy Bale said that Alex Cora is the worst manager in Red Sox history.
Oh, man.
I doubt that. No, he's not.
Look at this media. Well, go ahead. Go for it.
Attention, Superwoman shoppers. Attention, Superwoman shoppers. They got an eye on the pillowcase. Oh, my God. Sean, get your stomach off the camera. Oh, dear Lord, dude. Sean, you need to hang out with me in the gym, dude. Really.
Yeah. Well, yes, Daddy. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, Sean, am I the Mac Daddy?
Oh.
Jeez, oh my God.
You see how calm, cool, and collective I am?
Oh my gosh, we're off the charts for the show. No, Alex Cora is not the worst manager ever. Is that why Skip won a World Series as rookie manager? Come on, we had the best record last year, 108 and 54. That was one of the best. Browning. All right, Browning. Okay, seriously, Browning, you really need to come up with something else and a different phrase because I'm getting sick of it.
Oh.
Sean, have you ever had any pie?
No.
Good grief! I have to hear and then. Come up with something else. You know what? It sounds like an elementary student.
How did he go from 0 to 100 like that?
Yeah.
I mean, Brownie can't shut up about it. I mean, Christ's sake, I'm trying to get something in, and Brownie
such a thing? How do you say such a thing?
Stop stealing my lines. Don't forget copyright.
Hey, don't forget, copyright, dude. Yeah, we don't want to get sued here and end up in people's court.
Yeah,
I'll go
and
collected.
I can sue you for that.
Oh, God. I'm dying laughing already. We've barely gone through 3 quotes.
Oh, for Pete's sakes.
All right, next one. Here's another pill throwing session here.
Mhm.
Skippy Bale said that Alex Rodriguez was a better pure hitter than Ted Williams.
Nah, not close.
Oh, boy.
Dear Lord, Sean, sit down, dude. Oh, God, Sean.
Attention Walmart shoppers, attention super Walmart shoppers. We got a raving lunatic with rabies spraying through the produce aisle and the shopping aisles.
God,
20 yards dropping.
your stomach is sticking out, dude. That's gross.
I did not like that at all.
Get the SWAT dogs. Repeat. Get the SWAT dogs.
Like, dude.
Thanks. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you said that. Yeah, you know what? Alex Rodriguez was Aroyd. He was not one of them.
Say that again.
Ted Williams, right there. You don't ever talk about the Splendid Splinter that way, man.
Oh God, that's a shitty nickname.
That is not either. I like that nickname. Teddy Ballgame, the Big Thumper, the Splendid Splinter.
I got.
Yeah.
Oh God, can you say Aroyd again?
Aroyd.
Oh boy.
Jeff S. Sports Radio. He always got a kick out of that name. Yeah.
Remember Charles Barkley in the chat room?
Oh, who? What? I mean, who's a Charles Barkley?
It was me. It was me, man.
I was Santa Claus.
Oh,
I was Barack Obama too. Actually.
When Frank was Santa Claus, I just died laughing at Jeff Black Santa Claus.
Hey, that was cool. Hold on, that was cool. Hey, do you want to pet Rudolph?
I died.
Do you want to pet Donald? Do you want to pet
the way and block Santa? I kept thinking I thought it was like Josh or something because I didn't create another account. I was like, that's got to be Josh. I was like, it was Frank. And
he was like, ho, your ass out of here.
We were doing the show and I was on the floor laughing at everybody, and Jeff just, oh my gosh, he just blocked Frank, and I was like, that was Frank all along. That was good.
All right. You guys remember Trevor Cody in the chat room?
Yes. How about this one? Ryan's Dick Blazing. Remember him? Ryan's Dick Blazing. Josh. Yes.
One of the most pompous, arrogant, pretentious people I've ever met in the 6 years of being a broadcaster.
And then he comes in with LeBron stuff, and I got into a debate right there, Josh, and then I get talked about, and then Josh gives Jeff a report about Ryan's Dick Blazing. That was great.
All right, a couple more quotes. Here we go.
All right, no problem. All right.
So Bale said to Mike.
Of course.
Yeah.
My New England Patriots will have an 8-8 record this season.
They will at some point. Maybe not this year.
The Patriots are not going to have an 8-8 record. Shut up, Browning. I'm going to say right now, Josh, get ready again for a nice prediction. The Patriots will go 14-2, just
you say that every damn year.
Who are you going to lose to?
Last year, everybody counted New England out after they lost to Philadelphia, and I said, "Don't worry, we'll be back in the Super Bowl. Just watch us do it." And guess what? The Patriots went all the way to the Super Bowl and won. And Josh, it may have been the most boringest Super Bowl, but I've always said I got the last laugh.
wait. Who are they going to lose to? You said they're going to go 14-2. Who are they going to lose to?
That wasn't even a football game. It was a scrimmage.
What do you mean What do you mean it was tied at 3 there, Josh? I remember you probably were sitting there like, who's going to score? What's going to happen?
Patriots wouldn't beat the Bears if they were there.
Oh, I don't know about that. You do remember in October of last year,
I forget a lot, dude.
Chicago, and the Bears just missed trying to
Super
get
Bowl.
the end zone by like a yard. Be quiet, Browning.
Down DeMarco.
I remember Trubisky threw that ball up. I was like, oh, no. I thought the Bears were actually going to score, and I was like, oh, no. I was like, the Bears almost did, and if the Bears would have tied it, I was like, oh, crap. I'm going to have to hear it from Josh and Frank.
How did you feel about Mitch running all over your defense in that game?
I was like saying, tackle him, don't give me.
I expect the Bears to win that game, honestly. That was close.
He looked like Michael Vick out there in that game.
Yep, and Brady, the GOAT, was don't ever count the GOAT out. The GOAT.
Yeah, you guys were lucky Khalil Mack was injured that game.
It might have been different. Honestly, things might have been different now that I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
All right. Next one. This one's for Frank, actually.
Okay.
Skippy Bale said that
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
My Chicago Cubs better sign Craig Kimbrell or they'll miss the playoffs.
I don't know if they'll miss the playoffs, dude, but I'll say this, though. Craig Kimbrell would give that bullpen a huge boost. It really would.
Craig Kimbrell needs to get his head out of his ass. He's not worth the money he's asking for right now.
Dude, he's a quality pitcher. I think he'd be a quality pitcher, though.
Talk with his agents because his agents are wanting some team to give him what he wants.
Wait, he's got more than one agent?
Well, he's got an agent that wants him to have like a 4-year contract. And I said, back in November of last year, I said, Craig, you'd be better off accepting a 1-year qualifying offer. That's why the free agent market is still bad because you got players out there that don't even have a team yet.
He's got multiple agents.
Yeah, Dallas Keuchel's not even signed to a damn team yet.
Don't they want to play baseball? I don't get that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why maybe baseball is headed towards strike. Remember, Josh was upset about that too.
Oh God.
Middle or late February, reports were coming out about baseball going on strike. Maybe.
Oh, sorry, I didn't get to get your thoughts on the whole Magic Johnson Lakers mess that was going on.
Who cares?
Did you see my first take, Sean?
Honestly, I didn't, but I can tell you the Lakers are a big mess right now. I mean, I wonder how LeBron feels about it. I'm sure he's kind of feeling like, do I really still want to keep being here? I mean, even though he's got 3 years left, even LeBron said a few weeks ago that he was wanting to be traded out of LA because he wanted Tyronn Lue to be the coach, and LA decided to have that deal fall through. LA they're just like the Celtics. They're bad right now. I mean, drama and friction, and even their fans are all going on a protest. And
really, I thought they're a bunch of phony fans. Honestly, the Lakers probably have the biggest phony group of fans of any professional sports team.
Oh, yeah, they did. They're protesting. I don't know what it was about the team not doing anything at all. And Magic stepping down is actually the decline of the Lakers. And now Hoiberg's not going to last very long in LA anyway. So heck with it.
Frank Vogel.
Oh, Vogel, yeah. Vogel,
coach, dude.
Vogel will be gone. And you know what? Even if LA were just supposed to be dominant, don't worry. The Warriors will just sit right there and wait to knock them out again. I'm sick of the Warriors anyway, but I don't care. Good luck to them in the finals.
I don't care much about the NBA either. I'm with you, dude.
The mayor is now the head coach of Nebraska now.
Mayor?
Hoiberg?
Fred Hoiberg is.
I wish him the best. I think he was more suited for college to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sean, do you want LeBron to be on the Celtics?
If you're hearing stuff about LeBron going to Boston, I know exactly why he could possibly go to Boston. Browning, shush up. All right, now, the other way I have to look at it is the reason why I think LeBron would want to go to the Celtics because if Kyrie stays there, they'll team up together and form the team. And you know what? I can say this. Browning, you'll become a Celtic fan if LeBron goes to Boston. I could see that happening with you because you went for Miami when he went over there.
Look at Ronnie's face right now.
I could see it happening, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not happy with the Celtics at all because that team was not a happy group this year, even though, heck with the NBA. It's not as big as –
Yeah, really. Heck with you. Heck with the NBA.
Remember, Bulls fans is not all that bad. You could be the Celtics, Knicks, or Lakers right now.
That's why I'm happy that I watched the Best of Enemies, Celtics Lakers Best of Enemies, because that
was better. That was
really like Bird and Magic saved the NBA and Michael Jordan continued it. And then LeBron just ruined it because everybody was so biased toward one guy who thinks he's the best when LeBron was not the best player in the NBA.
And that,
yeah. Josh, don't. This is why nobody even says it.
I have to do it at least one time on the show. All right.
One time.
Hey, Frank, can you do the Mueller report? The thing you're doing earlier.
Oh yeah, sure, dude. It's Mueller time.
By the way, Josh, to burst, get ready to enjoy Memorial Day weekend, and don't forget, we're not far away from the 4th of July. Remember, I could sign you all up for the National Hot Dog Eating Contest coming up in New York.
Good.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just the thought of it makes me want to throw up right now. Just the thought of people eating hot dogs and spitting it into water.
Yeah, but let me ask you, do you guys even watch that? I don't even watch that stuff.
I watch it quite a bit.
I don't need to be traumatized in it.
I know what Sean's excited for, the Boston Pops.
Absolutely. Keith Lockhart and the Boston Pops. I almost went and saw them perform when I was in Massachusetts 4 years ago. That was a great time.
Oh my God.
That's the beer.
But yeah, Josh, come on, everybody. The National Hockey, sign up for it, pay some money, and then bam, good luck with the.
I got your hot dog eating contest right here.
Josh won't even. Hey, you know what? When we were in 7th grade, we did a watermelon contest, and I told my people.
Oh my goodness! Okay.
Jeez.
Come on, Frank. Haven't you seen a food eting contest before, bud?
I don't care, dude. Hey, listen, my stomach. Listen, ever since I lost 90 pounds, I can't eat like I used to.
Sean, would you participate in the pie eating contest?
Oh yes.
I think I almost did when I was like, what was it, in 1st grade or something like that.
Oh my goodness! Is that a little too young to start?
I have a confession to make. I had my first serving of pie with my high school biology teacher.
Yeah, I know. You told us, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah. You know what, dude? I gotta tell you, most of my teachers couldn't stand me anyway.
Yeah, you're a rebel back then, man. I don't know.
Browning, I gotta ask, hey, Browning, did you ever have a food eating contest when you were in school there, bud? I guess not.
Browning, are you turning 30 this year?
31.
31.
Wow,
Damn,
31.
all three of you are in your freaking 30s, man. Jeez.
Hey, I'm 2 years shy of 40.
Somebody.
So young to me, dude.
Hey, by the way, how am I the host of this show while I'm the youngest one here?
Dude, because I become president, that's why you're going to be my chief of staff, dude.
Oh, geez. A sprinkle administration? What a boring administration.
Hey, Sean, don't you want a job? I was going to give you a job, dude.
Well, what are we supposed to do? Just have what is it, WrestleMania at the White House every Friday night or something?
but Sean, trust me, you'd get a nice job. I don't know, maybe some advisor on job. I don't know.
Last one of the day. Here we go.
Yeah.
I could be Attorney General. Attorney
General. No, dude, I need somebody that actually went to law school for that, dude.
Well, I have a college degree.
Sean, you'll get a job. It just won't be as the attorney general, but it'll be a good job. Trust me.
How about press secretary? Yeah,
no, that's Browning. No. Oh, definitely not, dude. That's Browning's job.
Oh, Brown. Okay, or maybe I can be Secretary of Agriculture, or Secretary of Defense, or Secretary of the Treasury.
Yeah. Maybe I'd probably trust Sean with money. I'd probably have Sean in probably some economic role, dude.
Oh God!
I wonder who Jeff Frank's running mate is going to be. That'd be great.
Well, I'm gonna think about that, dude.
All right, last call of the day. Skippy Bell said goodbye.
Yeah. Hurry up! I gotta take a nap. I gotta work today, dude.
My Boston Celtics will trade Kyrie Irving to the Chicago Bulls.
Oh, that's so stupid. There's no. Oh my God!
Watch out!
No. Drink water.
What are you doing?
Here comes the filter. Get ready, Frank. Whoa! Go ahead.
Did you see that? The camera shook.
Oh! Attention Walmart shoppers! Attention Walmart shoppers! Repeat, we got a young man with rabies. Get the SWAT dogs ready.
Watch out!
Get the pepper spray and get the dogs ready. Ooh, let the dogs out.
Dude, that song is old school.
We sang that when, what was it, in middle school? Everybody, when we went to a, what was it? 7th grade, we had their dance class. But oh my gosh!
By the way, I appreciate you sending me Cold Shot the other day on Twitter. That was good to listen to that song again. That's a cold shot, baby.
Well, rest in peace to the guy. Rest in peace. Anyway, I'm going to Kyrie to the Bulls. That makes me sick even thinking about it.
It's not going to happen, okay? Don't believe everything you hear, dude.
Hey, never say never.
well, how can you say this about Skip Bayless? I mean, Skip Bayless is coming out here and he's making up crap that isn't true. I mean,
I ain't said such a thing.
hey, copyright. Quit stealing the lines. Come up with something else.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, I'm going to say it's not going to happen.
Let's get to the spoken word. We got to get out of here soon. Frank, go ahead.
Yeah, my spoken word is always, if you wake up every morning, consider yourself to have one fortune. Like my spoken word of the day is always, God's blessings one and all.
Browning, go ahead.
It was a good show like it was always. And shout out to my boy Chucky and them. This is South Drain himself.
What up, Bucky Cheese Smooth?
Lot of great sucks.
Yeah. Oh, what
We
up?
know that. We know that. Your opinion, dude.
Here's what I say. What up, Chuck E. Cheese Smooth? Yeah, big deal. I mean, he wants a Donnie Green T-shirt for his birthday when it comes in at 31 years of age.
Hey, Sean, let me ask you this: you are going to have pants on when you watch the Stanley Cup Finals, are you?
Oh.
Frank, some of your questions are just dumb.
We got to have the Walmart boy win the 24/7 title at Walmart.
Broken word is this. Go Bruins.
Yeah, just get it for more truth.
I got the nice jersey here to wear Monday night. So they're going to do well in the Cup. I got the Bruins in 5 games. And trying to always be a Boston Sports.
All right, Sean, well, my advice is make sure you don't get white stains on it.
Oh,
right. I'm
not going to get any white stains.
Guys, we got to go.
All right, I'm going to say this quickly. Have a great weekend. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Bless our armed forces serving aboard and overseas. Abroad and overseas.
I agree.
And enjoy life always. Be happy and don't let a thing get to you. We'll see you next week. A week from today.
All right, my spoken word of the day is don't get the cup. Don't get the cup. Don't get the cup.
No.
Okay, hold on.
We want the cup. We don't. We want the cup.
All right. My spoken word of the day is don't talk out of both sides of your mouth. That's my spoken word of the day. Be better, folks. Be better, folks. I want to thank you guys so much for checking out the show today. It was a lot of fun, lots of laughs, especially during the debate. I was trying my best to hold in some laughers during Sean's portions of the debate. But shout out to the Snowman, shout out to Justin Hill, shout out to everybody who checks out the show every week. Make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Make sure to check out the Hoots podcast later on today. We love you guys. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll talk to you guys next week. Peace.
Love and understanding.
Hey, Brownie.